Hello and welcome to Beyond the Bio, the recap. And this week I was talking all about LinkedIn. So I was talking about my own experience of LinkedIn and what has worked for me and things that I've tried in the past over the last few years or so. If you missed the episode on Monday, please go back and have a listen. It might be that you are super experienced in LinkedIn, but hopefully there will be a few thoughts in there that will be useful for you. Or it might be that you prefer a different platform and you kind of see LinkedIn as a bit stuffy and you're not sure whether it is the platform for you. Now, I really want to encourage people to spend more time on LinkedIn and to try different things out and see what works. I think LinkedIn's probably one of the safest platforms to try things out. You have to go really wrong to get any abuse on LinkedIn. So it's a really good one to just have a bit of fun with and just try different things. So stuff that I was talking about on Monday was, like I say, around things that have worked for me. I talked a little bit about how to optimize your profile, some things that you should be looking at, the value of creator mode, think about how you grow your audience, how you grow your network, and good ways of doing that at some sort of pace. So we were talking about whether you set yourself a challenge to connect with 5 relevant new people each day, or whether you access delegate lists from events that you attend and then do some follow-up connections. So a few different ways to build your audience on there. The other thing that I was talking about was creating content and getting into a bit of a routine with that. So it might be that you post once a week or even less often than that, or you might be really intense and very advanced on LinkedIn and wanting to post every day. Now, what I wanted to say around that was that I don't think you need to post every day on LinkedIn. Like, awesome if you've got enough ideas and enough content and the engagement to make it worthwhile, but I don't think it's essential in the way that it is on some of the other platforms. So again, another reason why LinkedIn is so cool. So there was a lot to unpick in that LinkedIn. And actually, I would like to come back and bring on some real big LinkedIn personalities to come and give their hints and tips. And I'm sure we would be able to learn loads from people with huge audiences. So I will make sure that I seek out some people that I think are awesome on LinkedIn and invite them onto the show. If anyone has any ideas as to who they might be, who they would like to see on the show chatting about LinkedIn, then please drop me a message and let me know who you suggest. My action point from this week's episode is going to be to do a bit of an audit of your LinkedIn profile. Make sure it's an all-star profile. You've got every section filled in and that it's all up to date. So many times I see people with old contact details, either old email addresses or old websites or whatever. And it's just really good to get into the habit of spending a little bit of time just checking that everything's up to date in there every so often. I'm going to suggest that you do spend a bit of time on LinkedIn, making sure your profile is looking hot to trot and ready to go. If you've already done that and you are really confident that your LinkedIn profile is awesome and is doing well for you, then my challenge for you would be around that content and maybe spending some time on the analytics to work out what kind of content you're posting that works particularly well, and think a bit more around how to get even more intentional around your posting. So is it that you've tried lots of posting and you're not really getting anywhere? Actually, then my suggestion would be maybe do a bit less, but just make them better quality posts and see how that compares for you, see where that goes. Or you ramp it up a bit if you've not been posting anything for a while, or even just getting into comments and commenting on different people's posts and building up your confidence that way. A few ideas there of different things to kind of get stuck into LinkedIn. I'm a big fan of LinkedIn. I think it's awesome. And I think one of the things as well that you should be doing with this action episode is to set some goals around LinkedIn, because it can't just be about, oh my God, I got 500 likes on this post. Like, who cares? What is your goal around LinkedIn? Is it to build a more committed and relevant and engaged audience? It might be. And if it is, put a number on it. So say you're on 5,000 followers at the moment. What are we in? February? Maybe you want to set yourself a goal of doubling that this year. I mean, that would be quite ambitious, but why not? You could double it. So then break it down to each month. How many would that be each month? And then get intentional about how many is that each day? How many do you need to be adding on? And where are the opportunities throughout the year to increase those numbers? So set the goal. Is it around how many inquiries you get, how many leads you get. If that's the case, then you need to be making sure that you've got a really, really shit hot way for them to communicate with you, to get in touch and to, to seek you out to do business with, because you can't just expect people to just rock up and, to take the guesswork out of it, make it easy for them. Are you part of a corporate business and actually you want to attract more candidates to apply for your jobs? That might be something that you measure it with as well. So a few different ideas there for you to try out. I would love to hear what works for you. If we're not already connected on LinkedIn, hit me up. I would love to see your request, and please mention Beyond the Bio. And as always, let me know how you get on with this week's action point, and see you on Monday.